Guys, it's Saturday and it's starting to get a bit cold. Finally starting to see the winter creeping in. These body mounts that I've got, these solid aluminum ones, today what I want to do is they're from ABC Performance, and when I boxed and braced the frame, it came with these 3/16 shims. And the idea of that, they're welded on the top of the frame the whole way down, and it raises the body mount, which obviously lifts the body off the frame, just the 3/16, and it gives the floor pan that little bit more clearance for the tubes and the bracing. And so when I was welding them all on to the bare frame, I came to these guys, and the kit's for a Chevelle, and I just spaced on it and put these on, but I completely forgot that Pontiacs and the actual core support threads through the frame, and instead of sitting on top like a Chevy would. So what I'm going to do is, you know, these are useless being here, but they're not in the way, and my only option now, because the core support is going to be 3/16 lower than the cowl and the rest of the body, I was thinking I could just shim the fenders by 3/16, but that's a fixed point at the front where the nose is going to mount, and so that would mean then the fenders would sit 3/16 higher than the nose, so that's not really going to jive. So what I figure I'm going to do is the way the mounts, you know, sit, like this one goes under the core and this sits on top in between the frame here. So I'm going to run up to a mate's place and borrow his lathe, and I'm just going to turn these down 3/16, and then that should bring this up to the same height where the body sits. And there's no other way to check it, really. I mean, without putting the fenders on or doing all that, but it should. I mean, you know, it should work. So we'll see. I won't know until I get all the metal on, but this is the best thing I can do to combat it, I think. And then once it's on there, then I can figure it out. But at least this will ballpark me closer. So that's what I'm up to for today. Cheers. Okay guys, I got back, got those cut down. So I'm gonna throw them back on the core, and probably try and mock up the inner fenders and see how I'm going. Just want to get this stuff out of the way so I can start working on the other stuff. So throw a couple bolts in it. Alright, cheers. Hey guys, so I got the, after getting the mounts, after turning them down, I got them back in, everything's snug. I threw this inner fender in just for sake of doing it, because I wanted to see it. So, inner wheel well and that fender, it's nice to see those on, so it's pretty good. Caps are really nice. I mean, the whole door could probably come forward a little, or the fender come back, but it's they're square at least, which is really nice. So, you know, I got to take it off again all anyway to paint it, but I thought I'd just throw it on there to fit and everything. Got the radiator sorted out. I got these, I don't know if it's too dark down here. So, these little, these brackets, they're just the little U-shaped brackets. They're from a 67 GTO, I think. I picked them up cheap. They have the rubber in them, so I just modified the bottom and drilled some holes and where I wanted it, and so the bottom's located. So, but it's nice to see some sheet metal on it. That quarter panel's so dusty. This is the first thing in the whole car that I stripped and primed, so you can tell the shade difference in it. I definitely don't think I have my gun settings as good as when I did the door, but it's just nice to see it together, and reminded me how high that front is. Those are 1-inch drop springs too, and I know they'll probably settle a little, but they're still pretty freaking high. So way down the road, but once it's running, I might lower that a little more to get that that 70s stink bug stance that I'm going for. But anyway, got a little bit of progress. Got the clutch linkage torqued up. Just got to attach one more spring, and then I can put the steering shaft in and everything for the last time, which will be nice. So yeah, slow going, you know, but one piece at a time. All right, cheers. All right, guys, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm just sort of take stock of all the things I need to sandblast and everything. So hood hinges, little brackets for the core support, radiator top panel, all that stuff. Don't really want to put this inner fender in yet. I'm still messing with the clutch. Well, I got the clutch all sorted. It feels really good. I just got to put the correct pins in it. Also, that said, I got the steering shaft in. So it was nice, and I just bolted my old the old wheel I had on it. So it now is a car that turns and has a functioning clutch. So good little progress. So yeah, the next steps, I think what I'm going to do is all the parts that I took off it and everything are in this tub. So or these tubs, I got a couple of these tubs stacked around. So I'm just going through and getting all those parts together, what I might need. And then next weekend, if I can strip this fender, do all those pieces, and get them all in primer, then I'm down to these guys right here. It was cool. I hardly looked at this since I packed it all away, but it's nice to see. That's the original. It's the best example of the Queasel Gold factory paint color on it, since, you know, this is all surface rust and sun fade and stuff, but this being under the front, it's in really nice shape. There's a little dent there, fix that, but pretty good. So it's nice that it's sort of, after next weekend, hopefully I'll be contained to these pieces, and then, you know, start really feeling like everything's going on the car and up off the floor and out of the way. And then I really have to, once it's together, essentially just start concentrating on body work, and then blow it all apart again and jam it out. I don't know, long way to go, but I feel like it's definitely progress. All right, cheers. What's happening, guys? It's Sunday, and I've been doing some sandblasting. Got the radiator top piece done. Some parts for the core support, nose brackets, they're all cleaned up, and all stripped, blasted. Looks pretty good. Get out of the shade. So I'm gonna mix up some primer and spray all these pieces. But once that's done, that also means I can start painting stuff black, because I know that the bushings are the right height and all that stuff, which means then I could paint the core support and the inner fenders and the top piece and all that, which would be nice, because then they can just stay on the car until it's done, so they won't have to come off. So that's about that. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, cheers. What's up, guys? It's Sunday afternoon, and I thought I'd just wrap everything up so I can get this posted. Yeah, fenders on, of course, as we went over. Pretty happy with that. I got this one finally blasted and into epoxy primer, so it's not going to be dry enough tonight to throw it on, but threw a couple bolts in the other inner fender, so that's good. And then kind of the plan is to get this on, and then you know, the hood and the nose I still got to do, but get it all in a primer, and then I can sand the whole thing, because some of this, I mean, this fender is 2 years old. The primer's been on. It was the first thing I did, and then the doors came about 7 months later or something, and when I did the whole car sometime in between that. So everything's at a different point. So what I want to do is just go over the whole car and sand the whole thing as one piece, now that it's all primed up in the door jambs and everything. Sand the whole thing and then hit it one more time, and then I can start on any body work, like this guy down here, and a couple other things, finish out the leading and the roof, all that stuff. So yeah, things are pretty good. I think I said that there's steering and stuff in there, so got that done. Here's the top panel, some brackets, everything in epoxy primer now. This is the front Valance in the factory paint. A couple of nice runs in there. It's probably a Friday afternoon car. And then some scrapes and stuff, so I'll just flatten those out probably before. The last thing I was going to do it when it's in primer, but these ones are easy enough to see, so I'll do that, get the lights out, and that can be next weekend's project. And then I'm just putting off doing the hood because it's just so much surface area, it's just going to take forever. But obviously it's getting close to winter, so I won't have a chance to paint it. It's going to get too cold until the spring. But if it's all one piece and it's all together and everything, I'll feel a lot better. I'll be able to paint all these guys black next weekend and have that all in permanently. I think I'm going to paint the radiator. I'm just going to dust it with some black because I don't really like the when you can see these through the grill and everything. I think it'll blend in a little better. So next weekend hopefully I can do both inner fenders, the core support, all these brackets, and then if they're all painted and bolted up, they won't have to come out anymore. So that's about where we're at. So I thought I'd just give you an update. All right, cheers.